This is LenderApprovals. I'm James Vernon. Today we are answering the question, why do banks keep denying me? Don't worry, this is a judgment-free space. We only help solve your problems, and we all learn together. Do me a favor and give us a like, comment, and share this video if you enjoy our content. Okay, let's begin. Why do banks keep denying you? I know exactly how that feels. You fill out the application. You wait, and the same answer comes back. Declined. No real reason, no roadmap, just a no. So you start to wonder if it's you. Like, maybe you're just not the kind of person banks lend to. Maybe everybody else got some memo you never received. Here's the truth. It is rarely random. When a bank tells you no, you're failing a checklist. A quiet, specific checklist that nobody ever sat you down and explained. Credit, reserves, income, the entity. Every one of those is a box that has to be checked. And right now, one or more of them is empty. So today, I'm going to show you the whole checklist, every reason you might be getting denied, and exactly what to do about each one. This is purely educational. No hype, no hand-holding. Just the same process I used myself. Reason 1. You don't know what the bank sees. Most people apply blind. They've never read their own credit report the way an underwriter reads it, so they get surprised by their own file. If you don't know your scores, your utilization, and what's sitting in your history before you apply, you have already lost. Banks do not fund confusion. Reason 2. Your utilization is too high. Your cards are maxed, or close to it. To a lender, a maxed-out borrower is a stretched borrower. Even with a decent score, high utilization screams risk. It is one of the fastest ways to turn a maybe into a no. Reason 3. There are unresolved marks on your file. Collections, charge-offs, late payments, errors you didn't even know were there. Every one of those is a red flag an underwriter has to explain away. Most won't bother. They'll just decline and move on to the next file. Reason 4. You're applying as yourself, not as a business. This is the big one. You're trying to buy property, but everything runs through your personal name and your personal credit. No entity, no separation. To a bank, you don't look like an operator. You look like an individual gambling with their own paycheck. Reason 5. You have no structure banks respect. No LLC, no EIN, no business bank account, no clean books. When the lender looks at you, there is nothing professional to underwrite. No structure means no credibility, and credibility is the thing that gets approved. Reason 6. You have no reserves and no provable income. Banks don't just ask if you can make the payment today, they ask if you can survive the months when something goes wrong. No cash cushion and no documentable income reads as fragile. Fragile borrowers get declined. Reason 7. You went after the property before you were bankable. You found the deal first and tried to force the financing after. That is backwards. If your credit needs work, you do not start with the property. You start by becoming the kind of borrower a bank can trust. So that's the bad news laid out honestly. Now, here's the part almost nobody explains. The fix is a process. It works in a specific order, and it's 6 steps. This is the exact system I used, step by step. Step 1. The credit audit. Before you chase any deal, you find out exactly what the bank sees. You review your scores. You check your utilization, your payment history, and your inquiries. You identify every collection, every charge-off, and every error. Then you fix the report before you ever apply. You cannot fix what you refuse to look at. Banks fund clarity, not confusion. Step 2. Corporate entity setup. Once the credit is clean, you build the structure banks respect. You form the LLC, you get the EIN, you open a business bank account. You separate personal and business spending completely, and you start clean bookkeeping from day one. This is how you stop building only personal credit and start building corporate credit. A clean structure builds credibility before your first application is ever submitted. Step 3. Build business credit. Now the entity needs its own credit history, separate from yours. You start with vendor accounts and net 30 terms. You add business lines and cards in the company's name. You pay early, every time. Slowly, the LLC builds its own track record, so the bank is lending to a business with a history, not just to you. Step 4. Income and reserves. Next, you become provable. Documented, consistent income the bank can verify, and cash reserves sitting in the business account, seasoned over time. Reserves are what tell a lender you can weather a bad month. This is the box that quietly kills most applications, and almost nobody prepares for it. Step 5. Get funding ready. Now you package it the way an underwriter wants to receive it. Clean books, clear entity documents, verified income, reserves on the statement. You walk in organized, so the bank has nothing to explain away and no reason to say no. Preparation is what turns the application into a formality. Step 6. Acquire the property. And only now do you go get the deal. Clean credit, real structure, business credit history, reserves in the account. A package the bank can say yes to. This is when the property finally becomes possible, and it happens in this order, never before it. And this is what the whole system is for. When your credit is clean and your entity is built, this is the kind of property that becomes real, not something you scroll past. A building with your business name on the loan. This one. Or one like this. Real assets, acquired the way banks actually want to see them. The hard truth. But I'm going to be straight with you, because nobody else will. This takes time. There are no shortcuts. My starting score was 540. I worked 3 jobs. I paid off everything I owed, line by line, until my file was clean, long before I ever touched my first property. And from that starting point, it took me 18 months to build a 7-figure portfolio. There was no magic button, no overnight approval, just the slow, unglamorous work of becoming bankable, in order, one step at a time. If you're looking for someone to hold your hand and promise you easy, that's not me. But if you want the truth about what actually works, you are in exactly the right place. So here is where you start. Not with the property, with the checklist. Pull your credit, audit it honestly, fix what's broken, build the entity, build its credit, get your reserves and your income in order, and do it in that sequence. Stop applying until those boxes are checked. These are the same 6 steps I followed. Do the work, and the bank stops being the thing standing in your way. It becomes the thing that funds your next move. We have a free gift for you. Download our free guide, The 6 Steps to Buy Your First Property the Way Banks Want to See It. The link is right below this video. 2 tracks. Start them today. LenderApprovals.com. Let's get you bankable. This is Lender